Cool. Well, a couple minutes after 2, I know I want to be courteous of everyone's time, so I guess we can go ahead and get started.
Sure.
No one else is willing to admit to what they've eaten today. So I'll go ahead and share your screen and we can dig in here. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Katie. I'm a real estate agent here in Houston, being joined by Nicole Lopez, who is also a real estate agent here in Houston. She is a broker owner of a boutique True Houston brokerage here in Houston, if you didn't know from the name of the brokerage. And she's a speaker. She's a great coach. She's a good team leader. She's an awesome stager, mom, lots of other things.
Oh man, that's like the greatest intro I've ever had, Katie. And
yeah, well, no, but those I'm probably leaving out. She's everything. Yeah, no, but she's a great person, great team leader. So what we're gonna talk about today is some marketing and social stuff. So, yeah.
So I'll take it away. So right now, more than ever, having a great social presence in terms of, hold on, I lost my slides. There we go. All right, now I can see it. Having a great social presence is more important than ever, especially in this uncertain time. Consumer consumption in terms of online social media, marketing and assets is up at a rate that's astronomical. So I'm going to go over to the next slide, and I titled that "Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is." So this is data that I took from a New York Times article that was published a couple of weeks ago. And it talks about being stuck at home during the coronavirus pandemic. Movie theaters are closed, no restaurants to dine in. America's been spending more of their time online. Their analysis of internet usage from the United States from SimilarWeb and Apptopia, 2 online data providers, revealed that behaviors had shifted. And actually, it was quite stark as the virus spread and pushed us to use our devices for work, play, and connecting. So as you can see on the infographic on the right-hand side of the screen, Facebook usage for desktop, the average user base has increased 27% since February 29th, which was the first US-related COVID-19 death that we had here. So people are online, but the interesting thing about that, Katie, and before I get the data on the next slide, the interesting thing about that is a lot of the big major marketing companies have pulled or slashed their advertising. So right now it is more affordable than ever to really promote your business using social media. Right now, Facebook is incredibly cheap. I don't know if you listen to podcasts or not, but that's also another great opportunity to do some kind of social advertising. All of the big online brands like Purple and Quip, the toothbrush manufacturer, all of those brands that you normally see, Brooklinen, that are in podcast, advertisements, all of those have been pulled. So right now it is good if you have the funds to do the social media marketing.
Yeah, I completely agree there.
Awesome. And so what can you do right now to stay relevant? So I know, Katie, you're like the queen of relevancy. You're over here doing webinars and everything, right? Like just kind of gathering the industry as a whole to share knowledge. Because right now, if you're maybe not at a brokerage that is as amazing as, or with a team that's amazing as, Move Me to Texas or True Houston. There's a lack in training and web development. So I really give you some kudos for putting together training and everything for the agents in our market. But all right, look at that. I did a fade in, Katie.
It's impressive. I like it.
I did that for you.
It wasn't there and now it is.
What can you do right now to stay relevant? Create, create, create. My tips are be real, be empathetic, and be relatable. Understand right now that people and their businesses are hurting, and understand that life is different. You don't want to be the person who is tone deaf. So make sure that you're understanding of what's happening in people's lives, and center your marketing efforts around that. Use humor as a way to lift people's spirits. Katie, I'm sure you've seen all of my TikTok videos.
Those were supposed to be humorous? No, I'm just kidding. They're hilarious. I love them. I love them.
But use humor as a way to lift people's spirits. I think I speak for all of us when I say, like, right now is a very, it can be a very dreary time if you let it be. And, using humor as a way to brighten someone's day is pivotal. Make sure that you're staying up to date on new technology happening around you. Like today, Taki Risby was on the Monday morning live session with Christina at HAR, and they were really talking a lot about the new virtual tours that they're doing, the 360 tours that are being uploaded. And Katie, I would guess that you're in beta for that?
I'm not. I missed the boat.
Oh,
I know. I know.
So it should be released later this week. And they've got some really cool stuff that's coming out with that. So staying up to date on technology happening around you, understanding what a 360 camera is, what it does. Y'all, understanding that a 360 tour is not pictures set to music. That's not what that is, if anybody was questioning. A 360 tour is, it's really an immersive experience where you can kind of walk around the house and get different vantage points. And we've been doing that for True Houston, and creating a content calendar and a schedule. All of this can seem super overwhelming, but if you understand that you can create a schedule around your social media posts, it won't make it quite as daunting. Someone said that I have an amazing TikTok. That's funny. So any questions on staying relevant?
Do you have a TikTok calendar, content calendar for TikTok?
My content calendar with TikTok relies around if I put makeup on that day.
One great thing about TikTok, though, speaking of, is that on the days that you do want to shoot them, you could shoot a bunch and save them as drafts, and then put them out at a later date. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I just
preserve your content.
I just send everything out all at one time. I'm like, here's 17 videos. But I really think that you would be surprised too. I know that we've got a lot of people that are watching that are millennials or elder millennials. You would really be surprised at the number of 30 to 40 something year old decision-making moms are hanging out on TikTok doing the savage dance with me. It's a great way to get in front of your consumer base, even though you may have to be a little silly at that same time. But there are some really great real estate professionals that are on there that are doing some cute dance videos to like what you need in order to get an FHA loan and conventional. So it's just another way to stay relevant and current in the age of consumption of social media content.
I'd completely agree. Like if you're concerned about getting on TikTok because you think that you have to dance, not everyone on there is dancing. So it's definitely a large portion of content, but especially as more non-Gen Z and more millennials and older start to get on, I'm noticing that it's less and less dancing and more funny, like things that I find funny. So I think that's kind of fun.
Awesome. So moving forward. All right, this is from the Gary Vee Playbook of Crushing It. This is one of my favorite business books, and I did it in bright yellow because the book is also bright yellow. It's a great read. I think it kind of encompasses a lot of different social media platforms and how to be successful on those platforms and how to engage your consumer and really deliver great content. So this is from the Playbook of Crushing It. These are 4 things that are crucial no matter the market. Storytell. Don't sell the features, sell the benefit of the product. Explain to your consumers the real way of what you are seeing in your business. So right now, storytelling about what's going on in the industry. Katie, like you've done so well with your educational series. That is, it's dope what you're doing, and it's so important. Number 2, go deep, not wide. This is especially true now. This is the time to really hone in on your niche and become an expert in it to your consumer base. Right now we're spending a lot of time getting knowledgeable on foreclosures and short sales. We hate that is going to become a likely part of our business, but we're being prepared for it and getting the designations in those. Everyone needs to become a brand. Your brand is what you stand, and what you stand for now is more important than ever in the wake of massive brand failure. We've seen large companies kind of hinting at bankruptcy over the last couple of days. Neiman Marcus, Nordstrom's, Macy's, and a lot of other really big companies are really hurting right now because their business isn't set up in a way that they can withstand what is happening right now, which is this huge gravitational shift to online and being able to be really modest with overhead during this time of uncertainty. So making sure that you have a very strong brand in your marketing and that it's consistent. And you've got to be you. People see the inauthenticity in faking it. By the way, Katie, where did all of the Instagram influencers go?
I don't know. To TikTok. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But you know, a lot of the influencer culture is based on inauthenticity, and it's about, you know, what you have. And right now it's not really about what you have, it's who you have around you. And number 5, which I added, it's not from Gary Vee, but it's my number 5, is adapt to your circumstances. Things are changing right now, and it is so important to adapt with them. Cool.
Fantastic.
Now, this is for you. This is how Gary Vee feels about me adding content to his book and also adding my logo next to him.
What's that look on his face?
That's, I think that's contempt and maybe surprise and disgust.
I'm actually kind of surprised to see him in like a button down. Doesn't he normally wear like t-shirts?
Yeah, and like with a lot of facial hair, right?
Yeah, that's also, it's like his neck.
This felt like it was very Gary Vee in quarantine mode to me. Like with the beard.
Yeah, like 30 days in.
30 days in. The button down, halfway buttoned, and like a full beard, and a lot of contempt and disgust at me using editing his content.
you should have like put it onto a shirt. Like he's wearing it.
I should have. Next time.
Next presentation.
Next time. Be all hands on deck, but not really, because honestly, how weird does that photo look of people touching hands right now? Looks pretty weird. Be all hands on deck, but not really when it comes to delivering educational content to your sphere. And I had a list that went out on Inman like 2 weeks ago on things that you could be doing with your sphere to really help engage and become come across as a community advocate and a community leader, because I think as a real estate agent, that is what you are. You are a community leader. And so I modified it a little bit, and then I put together some new stuff just based on what's going on in the market. And so these are things that you can do today if you do not know what content you should be putting out. And so I separated it into business related and non-business related. So things that you could do today, you can put out a list of first responder perks. What would be even better is if you did a Facebook Live video and you linked all of the perks in the comment section or in the description section. Free food opportunities. Katie, did you know that El Bullo today gave away like 5,000 bolillos?
I saw that.
Yeah. And that's super important for families that are in need or that are struggling right now. So free food opportunities, huge. BHB highlights. So that's business helping business highlights. So community leaders in business that are also helping other businesses stay afloat during this time. That's huge. Features on reopenings. You guys, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to start seeing certain businesses come back online, and us supporting them is the best thing that we can be doing right now. How are you helping your people? How are you helping your family? How are you helping people around you? How are you helping your employees? Highlighting those are fabulous. Highlight some trails in your area. Now that trails are starting to come back open, parks are opening back up, you can highlight a list of great hiking trails that are maybe less commonly known or less commonly frequented in the area. You could also host a community happy hour with Zoom through Nextdoor. So sending out a Zoom link and just putting it out on Nextdoor and see who wants to like stop in and have a drink with you, like talk with them, see how they're doing. Now, moving on to some more business-related content, you could talk about shifts in business, Katie, which you have done beautifully. Use real data that's available from NAR and HAR. Ease the fears that are going on in the marketplace, but be real. Hiding or, saying like, talking like you're an ostrich with your head stuck in the sand. That's not how we're going to get through this. Using real data to talk about what we can do to get through it together. That is what's so important right now. And you've done such a good job at it. Talk through filing for unemployment. Do for sale by owner video blasts. Like if you have tools like Vulcan 7 or Espresso Agent using video blast through BombBomb, or you can even send them through text message. Right now for sale by owners, if they are not on HAR, they are not getting the exposure they need. And right now that's more important than ever because showings are down and pending sales are also down as reported by HAR. Hosting a virtual buyer seminar. One of my agents did this 2 weeks ago, posted it out on Facebook, did a Facebook event, invited people in, went live within the event page. She brought on 9 new buyer prospects, and one of them is going under contract today, which is awesome. She didn't even know that they existed in her sphere, but she just did something a little bit different in her business. Stop being afraid of getting on video. And this really isn't a business related thing you can do today, but it's something you need to do today if you still are. Stop being afraid of getting on video. And like I spoke about before, Facebook ads are really freaking cheap right now. Use them to drive traffic and leads. So that is everything on solidifying your social presence in your business.
Awesome. I'm going to link up the Inman article that was posted a little bit ago. Mm-hmm. So yeah, well, I appreciate all of those tips. They're all really helpful. I'm glad you and Gary Vee got together to start his next book.
We did. Yeah.
So I appreciate you, giving out your secrets there. And some really good ideas, to be able to share with other people. So if you guys are going to implement any of this in your business, toss it in the comments, ask mm-hmm. Nicole what questions you may have in the comments. And
yeah, I've got one more thing I'd like to share before we go off.
Yep.
This is a very small, easy read. My mother-in-law actually got this book for me. It's called Rhinoceros Success. It's by Scott Alexander. It's an easy, fun little read. This will maybe take you a day to get through, but it's just like a very fun, uplifting and positive reminder of what we need to be doing in our business. So I thought I would read one little paragraph. It's one of my favorites. And I know this isn't story time and Katie's going to kill me, but I'm going to do it anyway. So
I like it.
This is a paragraph entitled, "Don't Give Yourself Any More Excuses." Rhinoceroses have no excuses. There is no excuse for not wildly charging every single day. There is no excuse for not being audacious or not being on the alert for opportunities. There is no excuse for complacency. There is no excuse for not being happy and friendly. There is no excuse for not living the good rhino life. Too young or too old is not an excuse. Wrong color is not an excuse. Bad breath is not an excuse. Being in debt is no excuse. There is absolutely not one bona fide, genuine excuse for not being super successful. Take control over your thoughts. You control what you are going to become. Don't think excuses. Think rhinoceros. Repeat after me. There is no reason why I cannot do anything I want to. Why the heck am I sitting here giving myself excuses? There is no excuse. I am the only thing holding me back, and I refuse to do that anymore. I am now a rhinoceros. I can do anything. So that is from the book Rhinoceros Success. There's a lot of like fun little rhinoceros pictures.
Are they all kind of black and white like that?
Yeah, everything's like black and white. There's nothing in it in color, but it's just cute. Like I can see you now at your big rhinoceros, you sitting at the kitchen table with perspiration dripping off your bones and your hot, muggy breath curling the tax forms. Like, sorry, I don't know if you could see that.
No, I can see it. I can see it.
It's just really fun. I actually bought it for all of the women on my team, so they could read it as well. Again, that's Rhinoceros Success by Scott Alexander. It's a great little read. I really encourage you guys to pick it up.
I was thinking that it would be fun to color in the rhinos throughout the book and all different colors.
It's also kind of like therapeutic, right?
Yeah, I know you have lots of spare time in between all of the things that you do, but just add it to the list. Add it to the to-do list.
Absolutely. As if we all need, 18,000 more things to do. But it would be very fun.
No, that's cool. I'll pick that one up. Bincy just commented the accurate caption. So we're actually going live through a service called StreamYard, and they caption through to Facebook. So I don't know. I know some of the other videos I've done over the past week have not been as accurate. And people, when we were talking about TikTok, was not captioning as well as it could have been. So I'm glad that they're a little bit more accurate today. Maybe we're speaking more clearly today than I did the other day. Cool. Well, I appreciate you hopping on. One of the things that I always, since we still have some people watching, and I'll bring this up and put you on the spot, one of the things that I always have enjoyed is like the interesting and funny marketing that y'all do. So I know it was probably now at this point a few years back when you did like the free tacos.
Yeah.
At the purchase of a house, you get free tacos. And that went pretty viral, but also, was fun. And I'd seen something that you had shared on, I guess it was Facebook the other day about a new initiative that you were doing. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I love thinking outside the box. I love being a little quirky. It's kind of just, again, being authentic. It's what I am, right? I'm just kind of a little bit of a dork and silly. But one thing that's not silly about what's going on is the way that COVID-19 and the economic shutdown has really impacted my agent's ability to make a living and keep food on the table. And so pairing silly with serious, we are doing a flamingo flocking fundraiser or a flocking flamingo fundraiser. Say that like 3 times fast. You can. So it's $30. It's available within the greater Houston area, and you can flock your neighbors, your friends, your family. Right now, we know everything is very no contact. And so if you want to do something fun for your family members, that would be a great thing to do. We'll go out in the middle of the night in our ninja outfits, and we will set up a couple dozen flamingos and pink yard flamingos, and 100% of the proceeds from that will directly go to my agents who are needing the financial assistance the most. So just wanted to create something to help them get through this time until we're all kind of back to whatever normal is going to be.
That's fantastic and also fun.
Yeah.
I think my follow-up question to that is, how many flamingos do you have?
A lot. As of right now, we have 250 pink flamingos that are they'll be ready to go on May 1st. So that's our first day of flocking. And we already have, through the month of May, we just launched this yesterday. We already have 32 families that have signed up for either flocking themselves or someone they know, love, or don't love. So also, if you hate your neighbors, them would be great.
I was gonna say, are you able to pay for like multiple days in a row? Like,
yeah, like if you want the flocking up longer than one day, absolutely. If you need 100 flamingos, we can set that up. We can do all of it.
That's funny.
So yeah, but just a way that we can try to give back to our agents. And
yeah, no, I love that.
Fun.
I love that. That is exciting.
Thanks.
I'd like to just pay to have them in your yard for, a week or two.
I mean, if you want to pay for me to have flamingos in my yard, I will. You know that I love that.
I know, that's actually. So I just included the link to the forum where you guys can look that up and check out a little bit more about the flocking that they will be doing. I don't know why that just seems like such an awkward word.
It is a very awkward. It's
not just me.
Word. No,
not just me.
Those flocking flamingos.
Kelsey volunteered to put them up in your yard. Kelsey says, "I'll set them up."
Well, as long as Kelsey dresses in her ninja suit and you partake.
Okay, well, I'll talk to Kelsey and see what we can do there.
Awesome. Well, this has been such a great opportunity. I always love chatting with you so much, and we're all gonna do awesome through this. I'm confident. Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you taking some time for some of your insight and marketing savvy. I always love all of the stuff that y'all do. So I appreciate that. And I guess we'll hop off, and Kelsey and I will plan out ninjaing your house in some way. So I'll take that offline so I don't have anything to be used against me. But I appreciate your time today. And if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below and we'll get back to you. But have a fantastic day.
Bye, y'all.